Finishing Ivan part 12, I think we'll actually finish. We are in the zoo. We find out that this family is his family, and he finally kind of connects with his family. He finds a wall to paint on. I don't know if they made it for him, but paint away he did. And he climbs a tree and he sees elephants at the zoo. Safe. She's far away, belly deep in tall grass with others by her side. Ruby. She's here, Stella, I whisper. Ruby's safe, just like I promised. I call to Ruby, but the wind tugs at my words, and I know she'll never hear me. Still, Ruby pauses for a second, her ears spread wide like tiny sails. Simile. Not nature. Then, with lumbering grace, she moves on through the grass. Silverback. It's a cloudy evening, chill and drizzly. Dinner is on its way, but I don't care. At night we sleep in our den, but I'm always the last to head inside. I've been inside long enough. This time of day, there aren't many visitors, just a few stragglers, leaning on the wall that separates us. They point, take a couple of photos, then head over to the nearby giraffes. One of the keepers is beckoning. Reluctantly, I turn to go. Out of the corner of my eye, I see someone running. I pause. It's a girl with dark hair, lugging a backpack. A man follows behind, racing to catch up. Ivan! The girl yells. Ivan! It's Julia! I scramble to the edge of the wide moat that skirts the wall. Julia and George wave to me. I dash back and forth, hooting and grunting, doing a gorilla dance of happiness. Calm down, says a voice. You're behaving like a chimp. I freeze. A tiny nut-brown big-eared head pops out of Julia's backpack. Nice place, Bob says. Bob, I say, it's really you! In the flesh. How? Where? I can't seem to find any words. George's job at the zoo doesn't start till next month. So he and Julia made an agreement. She's walking 3 extra dogs to cover my food, and get this, they're all poodles. You said you didn't want a home, I say. Yeah, Bob says. But Julia's mom likes my company, so I figured I'm doing everybody a favor. It's a win-win. Julia pushes Bob's head back inside her backpack. You're not supposed to be here, she reminds him. Ivan looks great, doesn't he, Jules? George asks. Stronger, happier even. Julia holds up a little photo, but it's too far away for me to see. It's Ruby, Ivan. She's with the other elephants now because of you. I know I want to tell her. I saw with my own eyes. We stare across the expanse that separates us. After a while, George pats Julia's arm. Time to go, Jules. Julia gives a wistful smile. Bye, Ivan. Say hello to your new family. She turns to George. Thank you, Dad. For what? For, she gestures toward me, for this. They turn to leave. The lamps that light the zoo pathways blink on, blanketing the world with yellow light. I can just make out Bob's little head sticking out of Julia's backpack. You are the one and only Ivan, he calls. I nod, then turn toward my family, my life, my home. Mighty Silverback, I whisper. The end, but there's more. Author's note. The One and Only Ivan is a work of fiction, but the inspiration for this imagined tale lies in a true story. Ivan, a real gorilla, now lives at Zoo Atlanta, but on the way to that happy ending, he spent almost 3 decades without seeing another of his own kind. After being captured as an infant in what is now the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ivan's twin sister died en route to the U.S. or shortly thereafter. Ivan was raised in a home until he became unmanageable. At that point, he was added to the odd collection of animals housed at a circus-themed mall in Washington. That's the state. Ivan spent 27 years of his life alone in the cage. Over time, as an understanding of primate needs and behavior grew, public discomfort with Ivan's lonely state grew as well. particularly after he was featured in a National Geographic special entitled The Urban Gorilla. A public outcry followed, including heartfelt letters from children. When the mall where Ivan lived went out bankrupt, he was placed on permanent loan to Zoo Atlanta, which houses the largest group of captive western lowland gorillas in the nation. Ivan is now a beloved celebrity at Zoo Atlanta, where he lives contentedly with Kenyani and other gorillas. He's known for his paintings, which are often signed with his thumbprint. Ivan and Kenyani are real gorillas, and so, by the way, is Jambo, whose story Stella tells to Ivan and Bob. But all other characters and situations in this novel are entirely the product of my imagination. When I started to write about the grim facts of Ivan's solitary existence, a new tale slowly began to take shape, at least on the page, where anything is possible, and that goes out to all of my writers. I wanted to give Ivan, even while captive behind the walls of his tiny cage, a voice of his own and a story to tell. I wanted to give him someone to protect and the chance to be the mighty silverback he was always meant to be. Great, great book. I am Ivan. I'm a gorilla, and it's not as easy as it looks. The one and only Ivan. A Newbery medalist, Catherine Applegate. Awesome stuff. There it is. You got them all. So have fun, listen, love it, and for those of you who make it all the way through to this last segment, let me know. Tell me you listened to all the parts. Tell me what parts you listened to, and if you listen to this last part, there's something in it for you. So the code word, come to me on Tuesday and say, "What's up, Bob?" And you'll get your surprise. Okay? See you Tuesday.